Hey there, McGann. It's Mr. Lohn. Good to see you. Can't wait to share one more read aloud with you in this short week. And then next week, we'll get back to our regular routine of a read aloud a day for 5 days. I hope everyone has their 2025 off to a great start. I've seen some great interaction with books already here during the new year, and I wish that to continue as 2025 rolls along. Okay, we're going to do a book here today called Swim, Jim by Kaz Widnes. It's a terrific newer book, and I hope you enjoy it. Away we go, and have a good weekend. On a moonlit night in Swigwater Swamp, out hatched 3 baby crocodiles. Wiggle, waggle, wee! In went Sim, kersplash! In went Kim, kersplash! In went Jim's toe. Swim, Jim, called Sim. Maybe later, said Jim. Ha ha, laughed Kim. Jim can't swim. Jim peered down into the deep, dark water. Are you afraid of swimming? Asked Ma. No, said Jim. I'm afraid of sinking. More like stinking, teased Kim. Sinking, stinking, Jim can't swim, said Sim. Don't worry, Jim. You'll swim when you're ready, said Pa. But Jim was already hatching a plan to prove his sisters wrong. Early next morning, Jim wiggle-woggled out of Swigwater Swamp. Dear family, our swamp is too deep, too dark, and too big. I'm off to find a little swamp. Then I'll show you Jim can swim. Jim wiggled far, he waggled wide, but he couldn't find a little swamp anywhere. Now I'll never learn to swim, cried Jim. Just then, Jim heard a splish. Then he heard a splash. Could it be? A little swamp. Throw me your floaty, only if you trade me your noodle. The floaties and noodles kept the strange crocodiles from sinking. I've got to try those, thought Jim. How nice of them to leave their things for me, thought Jim. Jim must be around here somewhere, said Kim. Ta-da! What are you doing here? Asked Jim. Looking for you, silly, said Kim. What are you wearing? Asked Sim. Well, these will keep me from sinking, said Jim. Do they really work? Asked Sim. Only one way to find out, said Kim. Wiggle, waggle, whee! Kersplash! Here I go, shouted Jim. Hey, I'm not sinking. Pop! Help! I'm sinking! Uh-oh, look what happened to the tube. No, we're floating, said Sim. Oh, floating is nice, said Jim. But could you just stand up, said Kim. Oh, said Jim. Floating is only part of swimming, said Kim, but we can teach you. Can you make bubbles? Asked Sim. I can make bubbles, said Jim. Not like that, silly. Like this, said Kim. Now, kick and waggle your tail, paddle your arms, blow bubbles, and take a breath when you need it. Splash, splash, wiggle, waggle, whee! I can swim, shouted Jim. Uh-oh, time to go, cried Sim. Wiggle, waggle, whee! You naughty crocs, let's go back home. Come watch me swim, said Jim. Jim can't swim, called Sim and Kim. Without us. Splash. And there they are, enjoying their swamp. And Jim is happy and proud of what he was able to accomplish. So boys and girls, I hope you liked that little story. Hey, sometimes we are afraid of things, but guess what? We're going to find a way to learn them. We're going to be able to do it. So be confident, think positive, and you can accomplish anything you put your mind to, just like Jim did with learning to swim. All right, McGann, we'll be back with more read-alouds next week. You have a terrific weekend, and I'll see you soon.